Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my Coffee and a Card Facebook Live. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Just had a lot going on here and I had to take care of a couple things, but I'm here now. It is only about 1 week to Christmas, guys. Can you believe it? I am still not ready and I'm still not allowing myself to stress. Just not going to let it happen. So yeah, I did, however, hi Donna, glad you're here. I did, however, get my Christmas tree decorated. So I am very happy about that. Looking at my video here to see if it's coming up. We have been having Wi-Fi problems. We're actually switching providers beginning of January because it's been so crazy, but it looks like I am where I should be. Anyway, yeah, so my Christmas tree got up and decorated. I mailed, hi Doris, mailed out the last of 300 Christmas cards today that I made and sent out. So that was a big load done. Now I just need to finish shopping and wrapping and baking, and what gets done will get done. Hi Janet, glad you are here. Also, I'm on the last Afghan of 8 Afghans for my grandkids, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to get them all done. So that is huge for me. I'm really happy about that. It is Tuesday, December 17th, 2024, and it is a bit cloudy and overcast, chance of rain. But our temperatures have been in the 50s and 60s, and it's been delightful. We've been putting on the fireplace just to take the chill off. With the dampness once in a while, but it has just been so nice. We do have a cold front moving through and a chance of some more severe weather during the night tonight, so I'm hoping that does not materialize, and then it's going to be colder. But I'm still happy. It's still going to be unseasonably warm, they say, for Christmas, which I would like snow for Christmas, but I'm not going to complain. I'll take what we get, right? Oh, and the Packers won on Sunday. The Green Bay Packers are my team, guys, and it was a great game, and they won. So everything's good. Everything is good. Let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you and hear what's going on in your life right now. Just leave it in the comments, and I will be sure to read and get back to you. Hi, Lenny. Glad you are here. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 27 years, and I love what I do. I am coming to you from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, in the United States, and I am here to help you learn the joy of card making and paper crafting, to give you tips and tricks to make that easier for you, and then to encourage you to make those beautiful projects and send them out to others to bring joy to them. Please be sure to say hello in the comments if you are here so that I know you stopped by, and if you're watching later on the replay, let me know that also. As always, I will be giving away from all the comments that you leave today through tomorrow night, midnight. I'll be giving away the project we make today. So leave those comments, guys. Questions, concerns, what's going on in your life, whatever you want to tell me, put it there. Each comment will count as an entry. And if you can share my video to a crafty group, to a crafty friend, to your homepage, wherever you'd like to share me, let me know if you do that, and I will give you a bonus entry, because that means the world to me and gets me some great exposure as a small business person. Congratulations to the winner of my redraw for that 4-corner angle card. I never heard from the first person's name, so I redrew it, and the new winner is Joanne Norton. So congratulations, Joanne. And then also for my So Very Merry card that we made last time, the winner of that is Melinda Blevins. So, yeah, I will get, actually those cards are both in the mail. They went out already, so they're on their way to you. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's take you down to the table. You'll see my cloudiness outside, but that's okay. I can take a little cloudiness. Life is full of lots of sunshine, so it's okay. Okay, guys, let me make sure I am in the right place. I'm always on a little bit of a delay, but I think I am. This is me, Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. You can find my blog at crazystampinglady.blogspot.com, my email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, my Facebook at facebook.com/crazystampinglady, which is right where you are right now. You can find my YouTube under my name, Maureen Rolfes, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. And if you shop with me in the month of December, please use this hostess code. This hostess code gets me the most benefit for your order and allows me to give the most back to all of you in giveaways, etc. And if your order is over $150 pre-shipping and handling and tax, then don't use that code, because in that case you will earn hostess rewards, and I would love you to get those. Okay guys, I have some cards to share. Let's do it right away. So this first card, I actually was really blessed to get 2 cards, and I'll explain why in a minute. This is from my friend Lori in Arizona. And the first one is a Merry Christmas card, and it's that one where you cut your papers in 4 sizes and then you shuffle them so that you can make 4 cards, but they all have a little different piece in each section. Great kind of one-sheet wonder technique. I love it, especially for the holidays when you need to make lots of cards. Really, really cute, Lori. Thank you so much for thinking of me and sending that. But then the next day, I received another card from Lori, and that is this one right here, Holiday Cheer, and that beautiful sparkles and sparkly ribbon. And she sent this to me with a little gift, and let me show you that. She had gone to a craft fair, and there was another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator there. Her name is Brenda. I don't know her, but she must be in that area by Prescott, Arizona. Anyway, she made these cute little K-Cup coffee holders. Aren't they adorable? I just love them. I've actually made something similar, but this is so much fun. And inside it has a pod, a Starbucks pod of French roast coffee, which is one of my favorites. What a cute little gift. And Lori, thank you so much for getting this and sending it to me. If any of you know me, you know I am a coffeeholic, and this was just so sweet. And I can't wait to have that cup of coffee. All right, guys, let's see what else I have. Another gorgeous card. This is from one of my team members and friend, Jerry. And she made this, and isn't it beautiful? It's right up my alley. It is clean looking. It has coloring, which I love to color. A little bit of sparkle by cutting that Christmas out of the sparkly paper. So, so pretty. She finished the inside with some designer series paper behind her little sentiment here. Just adorable, Jerry. Thank you so much for thinking of me and sending this. And then I have another card here, so I have a few. This is from my friend here in Tennessee, Tina Riddle. She is also a demonstrator, and she made this adorable little flap card with the polar bears and the polar bear paper from last year. So, so cute. Thank you, Tina. I really appreciate you thinking of me. And then this is from one of my watchers here, and a customer. She's hopefully going to be on today. She might be now, but I can't tell once I get down to my table. I can't see. But this is from Debbie Bragg, and look at this cute snowman. I think this was one of our kits. I don't remember if it was Paper Pumpkin or a different kit, but she put like, it has like fuzzy on the little earmuffs here, and then these little gems for coal on the buttons and the eyes. So, so cute. Thank you, Debbie, for thinking of me. And then I have another cute snowman card from my friend Karen in Arizona. Look at this, that she colored so beautifully. This was using some of our card bases and envelopes that we had sold. I love it. They are a great way to make your cards quickly. Just buy the bases and envelopes, and you can make tons of great stuff. She layered these layers on here and added these beautiful sparkly snowflakes. How pretty. Thank you, Karen, for thinking of me. And then one final one. This is from my friend Nancy and her husband Bill, and it is a little kind of it's not called a diorama, but it's like a front fold card, and it's big. So I've made these before, but made them little. This one is big, and when you fold it out, look at that, how long it is. So it had to go in a larger envelope, and to do this, she pieced it in back. So she made 2 pieces and put them together. But I love that idea. What a great card, Nancy. Thank you so much for you and Bill thinking of me and sending me your wishes and notes. I so appreciate it, and this is adorable. So lots of cute cards today, guys. Lots and lots of cute cards and inspiration. Okay, reminder about my free monthly virtual card class. Every month, if you place a qualifying order from me, you will get a card kit as a thank you. If you place a $50 order in the month of December using my current hostess code, then you will get a 3 free card kit. If you place a $75 order, it'll be a 3 free card kit plus a bonus project. And a $100 order will get you a 3 free card kit, a bonus project, and a quart or a half a pack of an embellishment. Now, most of these things are retired, but all of the cards are cute and simple, and you can redo them with whatever you have on hand. Also, most of them, I said retired product. I was going to tell you something else. Oh, I only do 1 kit per person. So if you place a couple qualifying orders, whatever your largest one is, that's the kit you will receive from me. A reminder that any orders you make will receive a handmade card from me as a thank you, as well as be entered into my monthly order prize drawing. Now, if you get the kits, I'll be holding that class, so they'll be mailed out on January 2nd, because the 1st is a holiday, but I will be holding that class on Monday, January 13th at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, right here in this Facebook page. It is there for anyone to watch, but if you have your kits, you can hopefully craft along and make your cards or whatever you have in your kits. So, okay, couple things here. Just celebration and mini catalog coming soon. If you did not place an order with me in the last 6 months, you will not automatically get this. But if you would like these catalogs sent to you come January 2nd, just let me know. You can leave a comment in the comments, or you can email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, and I will be sure to get these out to you. All I ask is if you have another demonstrator already who is going to be sending you a catalog, then don't request one, because that's just a duplicate, and I would appreciate that. Mini catalog still going strong. A few things are gone out of here on that last chance list, but not a lot yet. Most is still available, so be aware of that. I was seeing if I wrote on them if they were gone, and like I said, there are a few things. The whole, like the white loose snowflakes are gone. They were gone early. That was one of our first things to disappear. Almost all of the Sentimental Christmas Suite is now gone. So I think the ribbon and the druzy adhesives are still available, but they are continuing. So that's why they weren't on the last chance list. And then just a couple other things, but make sure you go out there and check what's going away. There are a ton of good sales out there, a lot of products under $10. Even some stamp sets were under $10. So make sure you check that out. Out of the main catalog, I'm kind of past Christmas, so we're going to go back to our main catalog. And today we're going to be using the Pocket Thoughts bundle. This is on page 62 of the catalog. I have been playing with it. I love it. I think it is so fun. I'm going to be focusing on birthdays for the month of January, so my classes will be about birthdays. And so I've just kind of been in a birthday thought, and we're going to make a cute little birthday card with this Pocket Thoughts bundle today. So let's get doing that, right? Okay, so let me grab this. This is the recipe for this card, all of the products and the measurements that you'll need. I'm going to set this aside, but at the end I will put it back on screen with the card. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can. I will also post this and a picture of the card in the comments. So it should be there for you if you want to recreate anything that I make. So let me grab my card pieces and the bundle. So here is the Pocket Thoughts bundle. It comes with a graduation image. It comes with a ring, like a wedding ring or engagement ring, wedding rings or an engagement ring. It comes with a cupcake image that you can double stamp your cupcake. I'm going to tell you this. Oh, I know what this is. This is if you want to double stamp that little banner on your diploma. So you could just stamp that inside of there and that would color it and you wouldn't have to color it. It has some cute little hearts on here, an up arrow, the words lots of love, yay for you, and happy birthday. So it's a great, great all-around type stamp set, which we need all the time. And then it comes with these 3 Pocket Thoughts dies. And I already pre-cut everything, but I will be talking about these to you a little bit. So hang in there with me. But I love them. I haven't used this little one yet, although on that page I showed you in the catalog, there is a cute sample made with it. But I have used the 2 larger ones. Loving, loving, loving these dies. So let me get our pieces out here. Make sure I have everything. We just have a basic white envelope. And then we're going to start with a piece of Summer Splash cardstock. Now this is just 1 layer because we're going to build our pocket on top of it. And this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You're also going to need a little scrap of this to punch out. And this was punched out with the heartfelt hexagon punch. So we're going to be using that on the card. Let's see what else. We have a piece of basic white. So this piece here was also 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But I want to give you a tip on this. I made these 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 so that I could get 4 of them out of a sheet of white cardstock, okay? But it is a little smaller than what the die cuts. So you're going to want to put this into the die to cut it out, but realize your flaps on the sides are not going to be quite as wide as the die could cut them. To me it works because it's still wide enough for me to put my sticky strip on, but if you want a little more scrap or a little more side width on these panels, you're going to need to make your piece larger. But this will work, and it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you can get 4 of them out of a sheet of cardstock then, okay? So let's see what I want to do. I think we're just going to start with that, and then we'll work on the rest of these pieces. So I pre-cut this out using this largest die here, and you can see how it makes the score lines. So it makes it really easy to fold and put on your card. I'm just going to grab my bone folder, and we're going to fold these flaps back on the score line. And then I'm just going to use the bone folder to get a really nice crease on them. Do that one. So I love this. I mean, I've made these before just by cutting them out and cutting all the edges and stuff and scoring. But this was so fast and easy. And I just think it is a great die to have because I think you will use it over and over and over once you have it. So there is our little pocket. It automatically cuts out that little finger hold here at the top, which is super nice. And we're just going to take some of our tear and tape, extra sticky tape. Now I would recommend using this because this is going to be stuck to my card base and you're going to be pulling a card in and out, and you do not want this layer to come apart. So I'm just going to come in here and place this on this edge, and I'll show you. It is just as wide right now as the sticky strip. There is really very little extra on there. So that's why I was saying if that makes you nervous, go ahead and make your piece of white bigger when you cut it out. But this works for me. Let's see if I can get this one on. We're going to come here and lay this one on this side, on the flap, and tear it. And then across this bottom piece, because I want this pocket to hold really well onto my card base. So I don't know why January is always my month after Christmas to really focus on birthdays, and I'm hoping to get a ton of cards made up in January. So I thought we would start right here. Okay, so I'm just burnishing one end of this sticky tape, and that's going to help me lift it off and pull that backing off. I'm just going to use my scissor tip, my snips, and run that along the edge. And because I burnished it, it's usually very easy to pick up then and peel off. It's amazing how much that helps. If I don't burnish it, I go over it and over it and over it till I can finally get it. But if I take that second or two to burnish it with a bone folder, it seems to peel up so much better. So let's see if I can get this one. This one is right along the edge without much room for catching it. Maybe if I come on the other side where I have a little space. And I might even have to burnish it more. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, this one doesn't want to pick up as well. Did I burnish it? I think I did, guys. We're going to do it a little more. We're going to make this guy come up. But it really does help. So oh, see? There we go. I just hadn't burnished it enough. So then I'm going to pull that off. And now we have our pocket. And I'm going to place this onto the front of my card base, just a single layer. And I'm going to center it so it's pretty even on the sides and the bottom. I'm not worried about the top. The top will take care of itself if it's pretty even on the sides and the bottom. Okay, there we go. So now we have our pocket on there. And now I want to add a piece of Designer Series paper to this. This Designer Series paper is from the Unbounded Beauty DSP out of the annual catalog. It is gorgeous paper. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. And we're going to use that. So I started out here with a piece that was 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I cut it out with the pocket die again, because I wanted to get that little thumb hold divot in there. But let me show you how I did that, because now this is much smaller than the die. And all I did is I came in here and I laid my piece of paper onto the die, and I tried to center it side to side so it fit like right inside my slots. I centered it side to side. Then I took a piece of washi tape on each side and I ran it through my cut and emboss machine. And what that did is it didn't affect the sides at all because they're within that cutting line. It just cut out that divot at the top for me, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. So we're going to add this to the front of our card. Get my seal going here. This one's kind of running out. I think we can make it through the project, but if not, I have a refill close by. We'll grab this. I'm going to put a little bit under that thumb hole so it holds down good. So I didn't go completely around the edge, but I went mostly around the edge on this one. And I'm going to come in here and we're going to place this. And again, I'm going to place this toward the bottom, kind of centering it top to bottom, side to side. And it's going to come almost right up to where the thumb hold was before. So look how great that worked. It just cut it out exactly where I wanted it, exactly how I wanted it. So yay. Now I'm going to take my bone folder and once more, just go over all these sides to make sure that my pocket is adhered and that layer on top of it is adhered, and we are ready to go. The next thing I'm going to do is take a cupcake. So this was the cupcake out of the stamp set. I just stamped it in Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I did it ahead of time because we're going to color with blends. And whenever you're coloring with Memento and blends, you want to give it time to completely dry. So I usually do it the night before or the morning of and give it at least 15 to 20 minutes at a minimum to dry. And we're going to use on here Dark Summer Splash and Light Summer Splash and Dark Pecan Pie and Light Pecan Pie. And we're going to color this cupcake. So I'm going to start with the Light Pecan Pie. And we're going to color in this bottom piece of the cupcake, the little holder down here on the bottom. Now this could be a chocolate cupcake, or it could just be that it's in one of those little cupcake wraps that they have, the little cups that you pour them in. That's brown, but either way, it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't mind a chocolate cupcake, so I'm all good with that. I do like chocolate. I'm not a chocolate craver. Like I don't have to have chocolate like some people, but I do like the flavor of chocolate. So there, I just colored it once with the light. Now I'm going to take the dark. And let's see how my point is on here. Let's see if this will work. I'm going to go, oh, I don't like that. That's coming out a little liquidy. I haven't used these for a while. I'm going to use this piece and just kind of move that around. So we're just going to add some dark all around the edge on this cupcake, underneath the icing. I honestly do like using this tip for when I'm doing my shadowing anyway, so I should have just started there, but this one kind of forced me into it. I will get the excess off of there on a piece of scrap paper later and we'll be fine. And now I'm going to take that same little nib tip on my Light Pecan Pie and we're going to go around the edges of where I colored that. So I'm just going to come in here, kind of pull that dark color right into the center and keep going around and around a little bit lighter and lighter and lighter till I almost get to the center and I leave that the very lightest right there. So now you have that shadowing on the bottom of the cupcake. Super easy, super fast. And I can see that bled a little bit. That was where that extra liquid ink came out. So we're going to go with it. I can always give you the one I made ahead of time if this one messes up too much. So don't worry. I promise you whoever wins will get a beautiful one from me. Okay, here is the light summer splash. We're going to make the top of this cupcake that beautiful frosting in the light summer splash. And again, I'm just kind of going around the whole edge. I want to color in this whole part with the light. Now, if you watch other demonstrators, you will see they each have their own technique about how they use blends. Some of them do the dark on the edge and then just come in and blend with the light on the inside. Some of them do the light like this all the way around and then come in and blend with the dark. I've even seen people that do them different. I can't remember right now, but there's a lot of different ways. You have to find the technique that works the best for you. Don't worry about copying. Try the different ones and see what works for you. Okay, so there is that. Now I'm going to take my dark Summer Splash. Now Summer Splash is one of our in colors, guys. Hope you didn't miss it because it is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. And we're going to come in here and I'm just going to add some of the dark, just like I did on the base of this cupcake, around the edge of this. So we'll come in all around the edge. And the nice thing with blends is if you don't get enough darkness the first time, go back in and do it again afterwards. And we also have, I can't do it here where that bled because I've already colored over it, but we also have a color lifter. And I did make just the tiniest little spot that went out of the line here. So you can use the color lifter, which is sold in the catalog, and come in right where you do that over it with this, and it'll pull off that color and correct it. And if it's a dark color, you might have to do it a few times, but it is amazing, guys. Okay, now I'm going to use my light one again, my light summer splash. And we're going to come in here and do the same thing like I did on that cupcake bottom. I'm going to come in here along the edge where am I using the right one? I am. Just want to be sure. I'm going to pull in that darkness, okay, to the center and just keep doing that. Keep doing it, keep doing it. Until we get down to the middle here where I want to leave it a little bit lighter. Okay, so I go really light over that center part. And then if you want to add more dark, like I said, sometimes the dark isn't enough, then come back in with your dark one again. And now you can do the swirls around the edge to darken that. So all you're trying to do is just get a little bit of shadowing in here, make it look a little more 3D on your image. And you can build this up as much or as little as you like. In fact, I think that's going to be perfect. And usually the second time you come back in, you don't have to do as much blending with it because that alcohol is already there and it starts to pull the color where you want it. So coloring, one of my favorite things in the world. My other favorite thing is fussy cutting. So we're going to fussy cut this little cupcake out, which is super simple. The lines on here are great. When I fussy cut, I always leave a little border of white, a little halo. To me, that is the most forgiving when you're cutting out. If you try to cut right up to the line, I tend not to do as well. So I leave a little halo. And then I let my scissors do the work, my snips. So I kind of just hold my image, my scissors in one spot and move my image around, giving firm pressure on the scissors as I go. But I don't do a lot of snipping with it. I just let it kind of just hold down onto the card, move the image around, and then when you get to a straight line, you can just cut again. So pretty simple this one is. Now, if you didn't want to do the fussy cutting, we're going to actually mount this on to a 2-inch circle cut out with the 2-inch circle punch, which is an online exclusive punch, and everyone needs to have one. This is my old one from when we used to sell it years ago, but I'm so glad they brought it back as an online exclusive. But if you did not want to do the fussy cutting, you could stamp this cupcake right onto that circle. It just fits perfectly. So if you're not a fussy cutter like me, go ahead and take that way to do it. But I love to fussy cut. You guys know me, so we're going to fussy cut. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take the 2-inch circle and place it onto my hexagon. So just the edges show to give it a little bit of just funness, I guess. I don't know what else. Just a little bit of character. Not quite so plain. It's fun to layer up your different punches and see the kind of images that you can get. So play with those if you have a bunch of punches. So we're going to do this. And then I'm going to take my cupcake and I'm not going to pop it up. I'm going to lay it right on to the card, but I am going to have it come up just a little bit so that the top of my cupcake comes off the circle. I just like the way that looks. And then we're going to put this whole thing on with dimensionals on the front of our pocket. So these are pretty simple cards. You can make a bunch of them up in a short period of time. If you didn't want to color them as much, you could use the top of the cupcake frosting right on here and just stamp a color on and leave your base white. So you could, you know, save on that. And like I said, you could stamp that cupcake right onto that circle. So a couple ways to make it go faster. But I think this went pretty fast just the way it was. Now we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of this. 1, 2, 3. Dimensionals are great. They're strong. They hold it. And they're just going to make the card look a little bit, again, a little more 3D, a little more coming out to you. I didn't layer more than one though, because you don't want your cards getting so thick that you have to put extra postage on them. Or at least I don't. Once in a while for a special card I will, but for the most part I don't like to do that. So there's the front of our card. Now I'm going to take a piece of basic white, and this piece is 3.5 by 5 inches, and we're going to stamp our happy birthday sentiment on there. And I'm going to use the Summer Splash, and this Summer Splash is pretty gooey. You can see I kind of pushed some of the ink away in the middle here, so hopefully it won't be too gooey on here. We're going to just come down here, and I'm coming down a little ways. I don't want it to show in that finger hold spot. I want it to be below that. But I still want to give myself enough room to write, so that is a good placement, I think. And then I'm going to take my little arrow, and we're going to place this right at the top in the center. Okay? So now, when I put this into my card, if all goes well, that little arrow is right there at the top, and people know that they're supposed to pull that out to get their sentiment. Now I'm going to show you when I'm done here another card I made where I stapled ribbon on the top, and you can certainly do that too. But I love that this little arrow is in here. It's quick and easy, and you can get that done. Let's stamp our envelope right away. So I'm just going to use the happy birthday on here, and we are just going to randomly stamp this, and I'm going to stamp it generationally. So 1 and then 2. I'm going to ink it up again, and we're going to do 1 and then 2, and then I'm going to do a really light one up here at the top, 3. Okay, so now you just have that across the side of your card. I don't worry so much about this one being super light, because you're probably going to either write over it with your address or put a label over it. So it can be very light up there, and it still gives you that continuation of that feeling. So I think all of that is done. So now we want to just do a couple little things to add to the front of this card. The first one is I'm going to color my frosting with Wink of Stella. So if you have not used Wink of Stella, guys, you need to have this in your coloring kit. It adds this little beautiful layer of shimmer to whatever you paint it on. So it's just like a paintbrush kind of. And inside of the barrel of this is a glycerin type liquid, and it's filled with shimmer and shine. And I usually do mine twice. When it's brand new, sometimes you can get a lot, but usually by the time I've used it a while, can you see the shimmer on there on screen? I don't know. I will do it once, kind of let it dry, and it dries quickly. And then I go back over it again just to add a little bit more. And it doesn't always show up on screen as perfect as it looks in person, guys. It is beautiful and a great, simple way to add a little bit of shimmer to anything you want to shine. So I'm going to hold it up one more time and see If you can see the glimmer on there. I'm not sure what's coming across on screen. It looks like I messed this one up. I dropped some on here. Look at that, guys. So I'm going to redo this in part. I'm going to take it out. But the card you have won't be messed up. I promise you, the one I send you. Easy to do. I just shook it too much and dropped off some of my shimmer onto the top of the card. But this is really easy to replace. So not even going to worry about it. So that's the pocket on there. And then I want to add a couple gems. So I chose to use the iridescent foil gems because I like that they have both gold and iridescent in them. They kind of pick up the color of whatever you put them on. And I thought for a birthday card, that little bit of shimmer and shine is perfect. So we're going to grab one of the larger ones on the tip of my scissors. And I'm going to place it down here. And you guys know when I place my larger gems like this, I try to place them close to where I have a dimensional. So when they go through the mail, there's already some height there on that part of the card. And it kind of saves your gems from causing any trouble in the mail. So I try to do that. So I have another large one. I'm going to place that one up here. Kind of the same spot, same thing. So the dimensional holds it. And then I'm going to take one of the smaller gems and just place it up here, kind of at an angle from it to form my triangle, just like that. So that's our card, guys. Sans the little piece that'll go in the middle, but you saw what that was like before I messed it up, so that's all good. So this is the card I'm giving away. I will correct it. I will make it so it's not messed up, I promise you. This is the one I will be giving away. Let me show you the other one I talked about that I made. So this was my prototype, and this one has, instead of the little arrow, a piece of ribbon. Now the ribbon I used here is the white frayed Grosgain ribbon, and this is currently available. It is a beautiful ribbon, and all I did was take my blends and color it. So you've seen me color ribbon before. I colored it on both sides because otherwise it was real white on one side. I just folded it back on itself and stapled it on with a stapler. And that is another way that you can make your little pole for your happy birthday insert. So 2 different ways. The thing about this is, though, when I go to put this in an envelope, if I leave my tails stuck out like that, they're gonna not fit into my envelope well. So what I needed to do to make this work is to cut that insert about a 1/2 inch shorter, and now it goes further down into my card. It still works because the little tails are there to pull on, but they're not sticking over the edge now, so it fits in the envelope perfectly. If you like this, watch for my free tutorial on Sunday because it's going to be this same card only in pinks, and I love the way that one turned it out too. So turned it. What kind of word is turned it? That one turned out too. Okay, guys, this is the card I'm giving away. I will fix the insert for it. It won't be all schmooky like that. It'll be beautiful. Please leave your comments and let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. Great pocket card set. I just love it. So let me put this here. I'm going to grab that centerpiece because it's still kind of wet out of the way. I'm not even going to put it in, but I will put this right next to it so that you can take a picture if you want of the directions. And again, once I fix this, I will post pictures into the comments of both the card and the instructions. So those will be there for you to use if you want to make your own. I'm so happy you took some time out of your day to be with me today. I hope you like this project and some of the tips and tricks I shared with you. Yes, I messed up, but you know what? That happens with crafting. It's part of the deal and it's easy to fix. So live and learn, right? You'll see that no matter who you watch, at some point they're going to mix up and mess up. Don't forget to leave me your comments for a chance to win this card. You have till tomorrow night to be entered, and I would love to hear from you. I would also love your business. If you're looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or Stampin' Up! Products, let me know. If you're interested in joining my team of crazy stamping ladies so that you can get your own discounts, let me know. I am here to be your creative coach. If you have any questions at all, and if you would like a catalog coming from me, please reach out to me by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. I do plan to be here on Friday with another creative project, so I hope you will join me then. Same time, same place. Until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.